When I approached Anuppma for help, I put forward more than one point of contention that I was facing. It was not just low self-esteem or low confidence. In fact, I was working on building up my confidence, but it was more my inability to communicate effectively, my inability to concentrate on the work I was doing, and my thinking too much about what the other person was thinking about me, about my work, about my nature, or whether I was good enough to do the work, or why was I not able to put my ideas across convincingly so that the other person would accept them. So there were a lot of issues at different levels that needed to be addressed, and of course the ghosts of the past that kept haunting me. And I would just suffer from bouts of negative nostalgia, as I would like to call them, where I wouldn't know what to do with those thoughts, those memories, and they would affect my present. So these are the problems I approached. So Anupama set out a very structured and multi-level procedure for us to follow throughout our coaching session. And what really appealed to me was how it was not the usual the methodology that you read in books or you come across with other counselors, but it was very comfortable right away. The moment she would hear me out completely, and when I would mention a specific concern, her approach to break it down into smaller segments and make me question each and every segment was very effective in helping me address my troubling issues little by little, because sometimes you just look at a mountain and you wonder whether you'll be ever able to scale it, but when someone just tells you to take it one step at a time, then it becomes very easy. So that's what Anupama did for me. And the results that I've got, I cannot quantify them, but definitely I can see a lot of improvement in the way I work. I'm able to discipline my mind, my concentration levels better. I use, for example, the Pomodoro technique that I keep telling Anupama about, where I work for 20-25 minutes and then I give myself a 5 to 10 minutes break. So this is something that Anupama suggested for me, and I found out that it's got a name. So I use this Pomodoro clock, and that's been very effective. So I find myself that I'm more efficient at work now, and I'm able to pitch in more. I'm able to feel good at the end of the day that yes, this has been a very productive day. This was not happening some months earlier, that is before our coaching started. Anupama and I kind of hit it off from the very first day from our pre-coaching consultation, and that camaraderie and the professional chemistry between us was and is still there. And we just I knew that yes, this is the person for me, and yes, I want Anupama to help me, and she can turn my life around. And I think I can speak for Anupama as well, that she really 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 wanted to take my case and help me out. So it was kind of just just instant that we just trusted that we would be able to understand each other, that she'll know where I'm coming from, and I can just trust her that yes, she's going to show me the way. So it was just beautiful to begin with, and that comfort level I don't feel with a lot of people. There are very few people in this world that I share my personal issues. In order to answer that question, I would like to ask another question before that, which is, are you open to working on yourself? Because when you go in for professional counseling or coaching at any level, then you have to be prepared for the fact that you will be shown the mirror, and you might see a reflection of yours that you may not like initially. But what I would like to say is, the way Anupama shows you that reflection, she encourages you to be gentle on yourself and encourage you to work on your self concept in a way that is non judgmental, and in a way that you yourself want to put in the hard work and turn your life around, turn your psyche around, and become your best version, which is why we approach someone for help in the first place. Sometimes it's easier to open up to a stranger who will not judge you, who doesn't know your past, who can stay at a distance and still show you the way. So I would say, that, and this is completely unbiased, that yes, I didn't have to think for more than 5 minutes to say yes to Anupama, that yes, I want to work with you. And I already had the trust that once the coaching is over, I'm going to be a completely different person. So if you are thinking, should I go in for Anupama and hire her services, then yes, if you want to become, if you are serious about becoming your best version, and you are looking for someone who is grounded, very structured, very organized, and at the same time a very good friend, and who will make you enjoy the whole process, then definitely you should go in for Anupama. Definitely. I wouldn't think twice before pinging Anupama for any problem that I have, or if I'm feeling stuck, or I don't know what to do in some situation, or I feel that there is another area of my life that needs work, and it's going to take another proper coaching session, then yes, definitely I would approach, because I just feel very comfortable with her. It's just very easy to work with her, and our conversations have always been very all encompassing, and it's like she doesn't put you in a spot and you don't feel uncomfortable. I always used to look forward to our sessions, so if that says anything, that would be the answer. So, working with Anupama, it was easy for me to break down my problems into smaller chunks and then deal with them in a very practical, in a very, very logical manner. And she helped me balance both my emotional and the logical side to my advantage, so that neither side weighs me down, and I can use both of them optimally to live the best life ever, to always stay on the surface. Whatever happens, always keep my head above the water, so to speak. So that's something that she has helped me put into practice more in my life. I always used to struggle with. Whenever negative thoughts would hit me, I would choose to stay in that murky water, in that ditch, and just keep on let the negative thoughts keep on enveloping me. But she gently kind of helped me keep my head above the water. She was like my lifeguard support. She really stopped me in the nick of time. I found Anupama at the nick of time, and it helped me from drowning further.